More libdenim software show working on frappix. It's a frappe Nix packaging using Nix to package frappe and NixOS. And it's sponsored by Wildnis Manufacture. Thank you so much, Wildnis. Link in the show notes. Let's rotate a bit more today because I think you were a bit over piloted at the end of by the end of the last session.
Yeah, we can rotate, yes.
Okay. So I'll start.
Okay, yeah, sounds
Let
good.
me just put things on the other screen. There you go. Okay, share. Sharing.
Right. So we got the parallel tests working. I mean,
I wanted to fix the manual testing story.
yeah, right. Yes.
I'm also thinking, gosh, when can we like make sensible, meaningful commits? When can we start doing that? Do you want to start looking at our changes and seeing whether any of them can be made a commit? It stands on its own. It's atomic. Or is it too early because we don't know all the details?
Yeah, I was hoping we could do the parallelization, upstream the parallelization work, but then we commented the forward ports there. So I think
exactly.
we should fix the. I mean, yeah, we should work on the
good manual testing
story. Yeah, and upstream that, and then upstream the parallel tests, NixOS tests, and then do the system D nspawn as a third PR.
Okay. So what's the manual testing story? We want to like issue a command and then be able to ideally get the port that is forwarded is not static. Like it's not hard coded ideally.
Yeah.
It just gets printed. It's automatically selected and then gets printed.
Mm-hmm.
And I happen to know that QEMU can do that. Like if you just give it 0, it selects one. It's not really a QEMU thing. It's just a system thing. It's just it's like I don't know what does it. It's a kernel probably does it.
Okay.
But then you need to figure out which port it is, and that like the system call can do that. When you call with a 0, I think you get like it in the response which port you were given. But that depends on the application to like, such as for example QEMU to like tell you, give that information back to you. Hey, you asked for 0, and here's what you got. And what I did once is like not figure out whether QEMU ever gives that information, but instead use this, what is it? There's command SS. Oh, look, I have it in my history. Oh, this is a new shell script that I don't think I'll have anything now because, but if I do SS, if I do this, yeah, and don't do the selection where it has peer select. Okay. So if I do this,
yeah,
I get a table. Like it parses the SS output into a new shell table. And if there's a port forward, then we see it here.
Right.
Okay. Oh, well.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we should try it out. Uh, Also, where have they documented the manual testing story? Do you, or have they?
Let's make sure that recent shell here, and well, so there's this run tests apparently.
Mhm.
Use the test rig module. This is like a bad story. It's like edit some some codes temporarily.
Uh-huh.
Run test. Example of using the test. I don't know in what code they mean for us. It's like it maybe like this is a feature that is exported, right? Like a test rig module that kind of configures your NixOS to be a test rig.
Okay.
Build the VM with to do incorporate into FRX more elegantly. And there's this CLI, supposedly it's called FRX, which we have not even looked at yet.
Mm-hmm.
Nix build, solution deploy, test host, config system build. Run the VM in headless mode. Sudo ensures we can bind to low ports. That's bad. To fully test the VM. Console launch the VM. Net ops. Host forward. Yeah, we don't really have to do that. Sudo. Oh boy. Run host VM. Reset. To do run test. Just run. Oh, this is like the just program.
Yeah.
Is there a
Wait,
just file here?
I
There's
don't
no
I don't
just.
see any just file now.
Yeah. Unfinished ideas, workflows.
Yeah.
So that's not really a built-in thing. There's a
Where
summary here.
do they connect to the browser here?
Sorry?
Yeah, yesterday you mentioned something about Chromium, right? Being able to. I thought it was part of the testing documentation.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
We were discussing about how to set environment host namespace for a browser for Chromium.
The result of that
environment.
conversation is that everything with everything.localhost is localhost.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but that was not really. It was only about name resolution and not about the browser itself.
Yes. It's,
Okay. Yeah.
about name resolution.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I took off my headphones for a moment. Okay.
Right. Sharing. Oh, what is happening? It's not.
Not sharing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now it works. Okay. Right. What about this file? Is this important?
This shows how to. So preserving state that run VM plus.
Yeah.
That seems like the manual testing feature here.
Run VM plus. Okay. Yeah. Right.
But I just where the reason we're trying to decouple the things is because, well, start all is not going to be a good idea for manual testing, because it just starts some number of NixOS nodes.
Yeah. Also, should we like start on the fresh main branch, like mob on a new branch for manual testing, or just after mob turning?
I don't know yet. We should probably experiment here. There's some. I think there are some. There might be some changes that are shared. So the experience we want is right. Like there's some executable provided by the. I mean, currently it's all stood, so maybe it'll be a stood action, right? That can be run, which will start maybe a headless QEMU. I mean, that's pretty much it, and forward a port and print it. Since it doesn't need to run to actually run any tests, then we may be able to disregard all of the changes that we currently have here to create that story. Don't know yet.
Yeah.
Shall we review the changes that we have in order to be more aware of?
Oh, git diff head.
Git diff against the base branch.
Next first test. Yeah.
Ouch. Can you get us difftastic?
This is difftastic.
Oh, I was confused because it's showing a couple of patches.
Yeah.
Okay, so those patches are irrelevant. They have to do with automated testing.
Yeah.
This annoying thing.
Yeah.
Did it editor config and left hook.
Oh, there's something wrong with my keyboard again, I guess. It's oh shit. It's pressing characters The right.
You're in the wrong layer.
No, this is the keyboard of my laptop. I'm not yet using the split.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. This part.
There's the certificates,
Mhm.
which for manual testing. So like assuming manual testing like doesn't exist, kind of, right? We're just currently using the NixOS automated tests for kind of manual testing. If we create a new manual testing story, we don't have to use certificates at all.
Right.
We don't have to use SSL at all. We can just use HTTP. That's fine.
Mhm.
We're not testing. It's not part of the like HTTPS is not part of frappix. That's why I think it never belonged here anyway. But we'll see about that. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's scroll a bit.
Mhm.
So there's a change here that comments out forward ports in where and what file?
That's in the testrig.nix.
Let's see. I don't like the testrig.nix.
Yeah.
Okay. We could say, hey, let's, just ignore that. We may need to see. We could try just ignoring it. And saying it is for the automated tests.
Yeah.
There's stuff that has to do with host name here. But so basically, if we don't import this in our manual tests,
Mhm.
we this extra init might not be necessary. Anything else?
I think, yeah, and then we have the tree from Toml committed. That was also a mistake. And
NixOS tests also
yes.
irrelevant for manual testing.
And NixOS test, Nix. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we can. So it will be an addition.
Mhm.
From main, and we're going to try to add some manual testing, and we'll change the docs as well. Any docs that talks about manual testing, we will replace it with something else.
Yeah.
Sharing. Shared. Does it like?
But
Does this help you when I do this?
it's the same.
It's
Yeah.
really. You don't. Can you control the layout yourself, like the layout that you see?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, then
Yes.
I don't know. I don't quite understand. Like, if you can control the layout, why? So my layout is just for me?
Yeah, I think yes.
I'm not buying it. It's like, what about when there's live streaming? The layout, my layout is like what is being live streamed.
Well, yeah. But it's your entire screen, right? It's not the layout itself.
It's this is the layout, and I can do this. It's just not available while
Oh.
sharing media. Is that
Oh.
new? That looks
I
new.
think, yeah. I think those, the ones that are not available while sharing might apply to everyone.
I can do this. Does this apply to you?
No.
Maybe only because, how about now? Like, I don't get it. What about this? Does this not change your layout as well?
No.
Okay. Okay. I don't understand it. Okay. So we switch. I don't believe there is any progress here. So we switch to manual test, like manual testing.
Yeah.
Setup. Command. Manual testing. We don't know what to call it yet. Start with create. So how is a stud command created, right?
Yeah.
Here's the frappix, and there's this stud grow on cells from stud include here source local apps. So these are directories. So like obviously there must be something in the directory structure of inside these, right?
Yeah.
So what's in tests that stud can understand? It's just Nix files, right?
Yeah.
What does this Nix file? It just has this.
Nixos test.
Nixos test is this run test. So it's a derivation. And this is very strange, right?
Yeah.
Not sure what this is. It looks like it's kind of made from a template or something. But like, where's this? Like, look, this is imported, which is so painful, right?
Right. Yeah.
This is imported. Mix packages
is inputs something? Is inputs like? It's not declared here, right? So
it's not. You think it's just in scope everywhere in files that are in a flake? Because I had that thought, but I'm like, no way.
no,
no way.
it's not. It's not scoped. I think stud is scoping it later or something.
You think stud is like treating these Nix files as snippets and wrapping them in more Nix code?
Yeah, I think so. Inputs is not just available like that.
I know, but maybe it's also not used. I mean, this kind of tells me that it is, because with NixOS tests is NixOS lib run test, and not anything more. How do I yep. And NixOS lib is import Nix packages. It's an input. So like stud is so scary. So scary.
Yeah.
It's really what it does here? Wow.
That means
incredible.
LSP will not support this properly.
Okay. So
that inherit inputs, I think that's line 10. I think that is getting, or maybe whatever is in grow on the address set is scoped. But yeah, something like that.
That is such a bad idea, man. And
Yeah.
then what does cell blocks mean?
Templates, overlays.
So functions and data and pkgs are you see this? They're from stud block types.
Yeah. And stud. Okay. Wait, is stud even a flake input or? Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
And then there's another argument to this. What is this? This is grow on. One argument is all this stuff. And then another argument is all that stuff.
Stud.window, stud.harvest.
Winnow.
Oh, window. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
It's like is there a correlation between like what we see here and what we have in stud?
There should be. That's the only place I see it being defined.
Wait. Maybe this would work better. Like many of these are apps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apps.
Yeah.
The only mention of apps here is in flake.next is that. And if we go, and that's the directory we have, right?
Yeah.
And so this is directories, right? Apps,
Sources.
examples, local,
Mm-hmm.
source, tests. These are exactly these directories.
Yes.
Okay. So under tests, what is it? Where's NixOS? NixOS test.
NixOS tests.
Tests, NixOS tests. NixOS tests.
Yeah.
So what it tests?
NixOS tests.
This says modules. Test. So, and if we go under tests, we have NixOS tests.nix and we have Arion compose. So again, so test is a directory and NixOS tests and Arion compose are Nix files.
Yeah.
And we know that in NixOS tests.nix, there's one attribute exposed NixOS tests. But like the actions, where are the actions coming from?
Is it
Binaries?
so the NixOS test itself, the derivation itself exports some actions, I think. And
Does it?
Where's
So if we go
run
to-
VM and run VM plus defined?
So here, right? This is a run test.
Yeah.
So you think run test somehow provides all these as what executables? And
No, yeah, run test doesn't have run VM plus, right? I think Std detects that it's an exhaust VM test and adds those, wraps those.
I see what you're saying. So if we go to Flake, and what so this, right?
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't detect it. It's explicitly mentioned that it's an exhaust test.
So, and what? This refers to what? To that directory?
Perhaps directory or the .nix file, .nix file.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sharing screen. Shared. I have to check out how fetch and check out the manual testing and mob start. Yeah. Okay. We are looking at them side by side. So stood and Flake. So this refers to either that it can't be direct. It's probably either directory or file, because in some places we see it sources is a directory. Oh no, it's a file. It's a sources. It's also a file, sources.nix. But yeah. Micro VMs.
So what if we add to cells from another string?
Yeah.
Call it
Anything arbitrary or anything specific?
I'm just thinking what we should call this thing. Manual, or how about deployment for manual testing?
Deployment for manual testing.
Yes, that's a bit long, but it's clear.
Uh-huh.
And then in that directory, we had Does it need to be a directory? Can it be a Nix file? Let's do a directory first. We have because we have more confidence in that.
Yeah. Deployment for manual testing. Yeah.
And maybe a default Nix inside there because we don't know how to name it better. And do a git add intent to add. It's a big N. You need to do something like dot.
Okay.
If you run std now, what happens?
Breaks.
Huh? Not surprising because you have an empty file there. It's supposed to be Nix, right?
Uh-huh. I think it's because of the file name default.nix, or maybe not.
I think it's because the file is empty.
Okay.
Empty files are not valid Nix.
Yeah.
Try an empty adder. Oh, look. Evaluation aborted with the following message, missing cell block. So it's earlier even than loading the file, right?
Yeah.
So that means cell blocks, right? Needs the list of cell blocks needs like to say something about that cell, something like that. Like, well, nothing says anything about source, right?
Yeah.
Source is not mentioned in cell blocks.
It is here.
Where is that? It says sources, not src. I'm referring to line 11.
Oh, this, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think cell blocks are the attributes in the Nix files in these cells. So nixOS test was an attribute in the nixOS test.nix. Sources is an attribute in sources.nix. If I open this and
But this is apps sources.
oh, right.
Looking for src.
Right.
Anything really, right? Even config.nix. What did you get? What are we looking at? OCI.
OCI.
So it has frappix and test rig.
And those are, oh, there's no cell block for them.
Yeah. We're trying to avoid reading the std docs. What about below the second argument to grow on? Anything about
SRC.
This is a path, right?
Yeah.
SRC overlays frappe. Such a mess, man. This is supposed to bring order into things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have a good error message.
Mhm.
Let's see what it can bring us. Otherwise, we'd have to read the talks for std. Like, one more thing I don't want to.
Yeah.
Absorb. Shared.
Yeah.
So stood fails with this.
Uh-huh.
I border. This. The cell block is that. It's not even default.nix. Containing flake. This cell must provide at least one cell block. Cell blocks are here.
Mm-hmm.
In this project, the cell blocks may be. So what's the list? Template. This is the list from here. Templates, overlays, PKG, sources, NixOS, shell. Right?
Yeah.
Jobs, OCI. These are equivalent in the same order.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so that means that these are the attributes, right? So that means that deployment when testing default needs to have an empty. What am I doing? Empty. Wait.
Address set.
Empty address set with which one?
It will be NixOS test.
I'm not buying that. I think it's not it won't be an NixOS test. It's just a VM.
Oh yeah. So VMs. VMS.
Oh, VMs. So why do we already have where are VMs provided already?
You have to search. Also, yeah, Arian Compose. Is that also for testing?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's the container management thing. It's like Docker Compose, but for
OCI.
yeah, and you manage them with Nix.
So if I search for what is this? Find. Wait. Search. VMs. I'm not finding any of these.
Yeah.
Maybe there are none.
There's.
And I don't know what VMs will give us, right? I just don't know what that'll give us. So
yeah,
how about
according to the cell block, it's supposed to be micro VMs.
really? What flake.nix?
Yeah. Yeah.
Micro VM. Okay, that's not it then. Oh, runnables. I wonder. Oh, for downstream use. Well, what about PKGs? Let's see where PKGs is used here, right?
Uh-huh.
We're looking for PKGs equals.
NV checker. Oh no, that's not that.
There's source PKGs. Oh my God. No. It's not an attribute. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, look, there's stood requires all these things.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Yep. PKG's function for frappix framework components. I think we have to learn some stud, unfortunately. What do you think?
Okay, yeah.
Is the website up? No. Ship today. So Standard is a nifty DevOps framework that enables an efficient software development lifecycle. With the power of Nix and VFLakes, it organizes and disciplines your Nix and thereby speeds you up. It also comes with great horizontal integrations of high-quality vertical DevOps tooling crafted by the Nix ecosystem. There are 76 users in chat, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Stack, what does that mean? Divnix, Yance, Merge, Gnosis, Blank, and Cool, Paisano. These are different projects.
Yeah.
Integrations, NumTide DevShell. Okay. NumTide, 3FMT, Lewo, next to container, Fluid Attack, Makes, Astro, MicroVM, Hercules CF, Lake Parts, Cachix, Cache, Nix Community, Nexago. Standard story. Oh, this is, I remember reading this. Once your Nix code has evolved into a giant ball of spaghetti and nobody else except a few select members of your tribe can still read it with ease, and once to the rest of your colleagues it has grown into an impertinence, then Stud brings the overdue order to your piece of art through a well-defined folder structure and disciplining generic interface. Well, once you say the word folder,
Yeah.
I know you're not a real Unix nerd, right, Shivaj?
Yeah, well, you should use directory.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, folder is more a Windows thing.
Well-defined folder structure and disciplining generic interfaces. With Stud, you'll learn how to organize your Nix Flake outputs, targets, into cells and cell blocks. I don't know. Sounds like kind of a prison. Targets, cells, and cell blocks. Folded into a useful CUI and TUI to also make the lives of your colleagues easier. Through more intuition and less documentation, your team and community will finally find a canonical answer to the everlasting question, what can I do with this repository? Lots of good intentions. The standard NixOS story, in case you wondered. Once you get fed up with divnix Digga or disorganized personal configuration, please head straight over to divnix Hive and join the chat there. It's work in progress, but hey, it means we can progress together. Not sure what Digga is. We were never introduced to that. Getting started. We can rotate.
Yeah. Sharing. Shared. We need Stud. GitHub. But
Nix.
Nix.
Don't forget to add Nix.
Yeah.
Getting started.
Yes.
Here's a flake.nix has description. It has inputs, Stud, and outputs takes the inputs and calls Stud grow on, passing it inputs. 1. Each folder inside cells from becomes a cell. Run, for example, make dir nix my cell. Okay. Each block. Wait. Oh, so it's wait, but that's not what we have a list, right?
Yeah.
We have a list. Okay. Okay. So each of the so this can be a list, and then each nix file inside of these directories
Is a block.
is a cell. Each block.nix or block/default.nix within it becomes a cell block. What? Oh boy. Okay, so the nix files are cell blocks, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's the directories that are the cells.
Yes.
Whatever. Run, for example, nix mycell packages. So packages is a cell block within the mycell cell.
Yeah.
See example content below, cells from nix. 3. Only blocks with these names here, packages and shells, are picked up by standard. It's a bit like the output type system of your Flake project. Hint, CLI and TUI. Cell blocks with stood block types. Installables, packages. So you can have files named packages.nix in any number of cells.
Yeah.
Okay, CI build true. Dev shells.
Uh-huh.
CI build true. And the rest of the Nix files are like not blocks.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you look at a file, you just explore, right?
Mhm.
You can't tell which ones are blocks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You'll have to look at Flake.nix.
So much for order. Okay. 4. Run, nix run, GitHub divnix std. Grow on ..soil. Here, compat for the nix CLI. But can use anything that produces Flake outputs, e.g. Flake parts or Flake utils. What? Do you understand what's going on here?
Compat for the next layer. Flake parts of Flake utils.
Run nix run dot.
Oh, this argument, I think it means that we can use anything that produces Flake outputs.
So these are Flake. This is how the Flake outputs are declared.
Yeah.
They are harvested like explicitly according to this.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, self is passed.
Yeah. It probably gets this attribute from the self. I mean, and assigns it to.
My cell shells. So there is oh boy, shells. There's a file called shells inside nix mycell. So this is nix mycell shells.
Yeah. Mycell shells.nix.
there is so much mental overhead involved, right? Like to understand what, like, sure, runtime can understand what I can do with this repository. Runtime does, right?
Yeah, it does.
But can we? I think for me to understand what is exported by this,
Mhm.
I have to populate a table in my mind and correlate that table with this file system, with the files in the tree, with the file tree.
Yes.
It's quite
That's
awful.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I hear you
Yeah.
saying that's, that tone I just heard is the I've seen worse tone.
Yeah, I have. but I do agree. It's a bit. There's a lot of indirection involved. Probably.
There you go. You said it well.
Yeah.
And then what do we? Oh, that's the contents of Nix MyCell packages. Okay. Look, it takes inputs and cells, right?
Uh-huh.
Not like our code base.
Oh yeah,
It's a
right.
function.
Yeah.
What the heck does our code base do?
I bet even if we give this, it will still work. It'll just be explicit, which is arguably better.
I mean, that's wild. How does it even work? That both
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
How can
That's
both
strange.
work? Like it either wraps it as a snippet or not. How does it even wrap it as a snippet? Can you? It's like a what? It's like a runtime. It's a program stood as a program. Like this stuff is not. It's not possible to evaluate at pure Nix eval time. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Don't understand what's happening. Unless inputs are somehow in global scope of a flake, of all flake files.
Well, there's
There's no way that's the case, is there?
oh.
Can you ask an LLM? Because I've never ever.
I'll ask the smarter one.
Because it's not a thing we can check with a. We can check it with a REPL. Actually, we can check it with a REPL.
Yeah.
Go to some, but not in this project. Go to some whatever. Go to your infra. Go to somewhere, and go to a file that doesn't take inputs. It doesn't, where inputs is not. Like find a scope with no inputs, and put a breakpoint there.
Oh, I have uncommitted
Don't
changes.
enter a REPL yet. Just find a file that has no inputs in scope.
Oh, yeah, I have uncommitted changes here. Also, this is not like I think it's fine. I've not made it public, but I think this specific host configuration should be fine.
Sure.
Let's see what's there. I go to NVIDIA. This one. This is fine.
Okay. Yeah. So put a breakpoint somewhere that is that you think is evaluated.
Mm-hmm. You mean traceval?
Debug break. Break.
Oh, lib.break. Okay.
Is it lib.break or is it just break?
Break. Oh, it's built in. Ah, okay. Just break then. Break.
I don't know. Maybe it's built-in break. Maybe it's break.
some of the built-ins work without built-ins prefix, like map, but
only a
not
few.
all. Yeah. Oh, it just okay. I'll just do built-ins break then. Built-ins break, and need to do this.
It doesn't matter. Well, in this case, it really doesn't matter. But
in this.
it's just an outer set.
Yeah.
But the point, we're not trying to really evaluate. We're just trying to hit the breakpoint.
Mhm.
So now open issue some nix command like nix eval. Is that a flake?
Yeah.
It is a flake
it's a flake.
because that's a
it is
point.
a flake. Yeah.
So do a nix eval with the flag debugger
Debugger.
and ignore try.
Ignore try.
Yes. And then .hash some adder path that you think will hit that breakpoint.
Config dot system dot build dot top level. I think should hit it.
I really don't know what would hit it, what would not hit it.
There
is no such.
Wait, I think it's nixos configuration start something nixos configuration start soup dot config dot system dot build dot top level. Yeah. I actually remember that. All right. Breakpoint reached.
Cool. So now type colon env, I believe.
Env?
Yep.
Oh. Oh. I've never really used a debugger before in Nix. Interesting.
Level 0, static, pkgs, and config. Level 1, built-ins, true, false, no, from toml, fetch tree, fetch, scoped, import is no, break, abort, throw. No inputs.
Yeah. But I wonder why there's only pkgs and config. Is it
What do you expect more?
Lib, for instance? But is it because I've not explicitly added that into my? So if I quit this and okay, open NVIDIA Nix again.
Where's lib?
There is no lib here. Is that why?
Yes, that's exactly why.
Okay. All right. Yeah, then input is not in scope. Not by default.
I mean, there's another peculiarity with the debugger that I've noticed. I don't remember me seeing anyone talk about it, but I think I've noticed that even if something is declared but it's never used, a binding is never used. Like for example, if you have config there that is not used, it might not show up in the debugger.
Oh, I can try using inputs to that
as a local. Yeah, maybe just try even just add something doesn't make sense within the break, right? Like enable equals inputs.
Okay.
It'll never reach because we're breaking just before. Okay, let's do that.
All right. And eval.
Okay, this fine.
Yeah.
This right?
Yeah.
This settles the matter.
Yes.
But then again, how can, if this happens, why doesn't this happen in our file, in frappix? Yeah. Can you show us those files again? What is it? NixOS?
NixOS test.nix.
Tests.nix. What? Where is input from? Is there a with here? There's no with. This starts with a let.
Yeah.
So let's take std out of the picture for a moment and just do a nix REPL dot.
In the frappix.
Yes. And now there's underscore stood.
Yeah.
Dot. Okay. Actions. Yes.
Same. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah. Doesn't
Dot.
even. It doesn't complete because of that error. It doesn't.
What error?
The deployment
that
from manual.
error.
Yeah.
Okay. Then switch to main.
The switch to main.
Yeah.
Okay. Check out main. Check out main. And next REPL.
REPL.
Colon node flake dot.
That's fine.
Or just nix REPL is fine. Oh.
No, nix REPL without arguments, you don't have the flake. It's either nix REPL dot or load flake.
Oh yeah. Std. Actions. Linux. Tab. Yeah. We have apps. Test. Nix was test.
Yes.
Nix was test.
How? Like, just tell me how. Is this IFD? It's like IFD going on here. Because how does that Nix code evaluate?
Yeah.
Can we put a breakpoint there?
Mm-hmm. Let me do it here. And go back to frappix. Nix was test. Nix. And add a breakpoint somewhere here.
31.
Yeah. 31.
And 31.
All right.
After the equal, yes.
Built-in start break. I need to reload.
I don't know that that's enough. I think I would exit.
Just close.
REPL.
Close and open. I can
Oh, but you need to open it with debugger because otherwise you're not going to break.
Oh. Debugger, ignore try.
Yes.
That's stood. Egg test. Nix was test.
Yeah. Dot. Tab.
Nix was test. Breakpoint reached.
Env.
And whoa, there is inputs and cell env level 1.
Here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, I don't have a question. I have only one obvious question. Where's inputs from?
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of in everything I know about Nix is that this is a result of IFD. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not this file directly. It's like goes through IFD.
Doesn't this so wait.
Because
Mhm.
like, can you ask, hey, what file am I in somehow? Can you have the
Yeah.
debugger?
Yeah. I think you can do this and tap this. No? Oh, I'm in the breakpoint, right?
You're in the breakpoint.
Is there like a file? Find file?
It's curpause. It's __ curpause, but it's not available in the repo.
Yeah.
But we can do that. We can actually do that without the repo. Let's try doing that without the repo. Let's try. So quit the repo
Mhm.
and edit. Instead of that breakpoint, or you know what? Put the breakpoint just before the, like, don't we just ignore the breakpoint, and line 30.
Yeah.
After the in,
Mhm.
introduce something like lib dot if trace val, and what we want to trace val is dunder curpause.
Okay.
You know what dunder is?
Yeah.
Yes, dunder curpause. And you know what? No. So it's not trace val, it's trace, because we want to be able to, like,
return the latter set.
Yes, trace, but do trace seek so that all of curpause will be evaluated, not just the attr names. Okay, and now we should, like, maybe not use a REPL. I don't know if it matters. Can you try using the REPL?
Okay. I'll just close this. What?
Control D.
Yeah, I was trying Control D. It did not close. With the debugger, without, we don't need that, right? Or
we don't need it.
Yeah. Load flick. Set. Actions. Tests. NixOS test. NixOS test. Oh, yeah. This is the file. And if I just open that file. Oh, it's the same file. Does not have anything.
No way.
Yeah. No way.
Sorry. Show me the terminal again.
Yes.
What the heck is inkle?
Inkle?
Is that a Nix? Like, why is this called inkle? Is that a Nix REPL thing? If you do the same with Nix eval.
Same thing with Nix eval. Nix eval dot hash dunder stood. Wait, I forgot the attribute path.
System.
Was that system? Oh, actions. This right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you mean this this path, why is it called incl?
Yeah.
It just has whatever is. Oh, incl is probably like a filter in Fleck.mix. This cells from.
Oh. Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Well, still doesn't explain where inputs is from, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because we took a look at the different flake, and we cannot
What?
use inputs.
Yeah.
Can you ask an LLM about this? Like, just give
I
it.
think it's a submodule with thing that divnix is Istrid is doing.
Huh?
And in submodule with, they're passing what's that?
What is submodule with?
Wait.
Submodule with is an X packages module
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
feature. How does that?
These are
have to
probably
do?
all modules, right?
No, they're not. No. No. But it doesn't matter whether what. This is a Nix language question, right? Doesn't module systems is just a library.
Yeah, but it brings stuff into scope.
No, not at this layer. No.
No?
What kind of scope? No. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not aware of a Nix language feature that allows this.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah.
certainly not a Nix packages module system feature because that's just a library. It doesn't have any special powers in the Nix language. So what I suggest we do is copy those first lines.
Mm-hmm. These, including the letter.
Yes. Just copy them.
Mm-hmm.
And ask, paste them, and ask, how can a Nix file possibly start with these lines? Where is inputs from? That's good enough for now. Do I want to know the answer to this?
If those are.
Oh my God. Sure. Yeah. Then something higher level is almost certainly evaluating its contents in a scope where, but there is no such thing in Nixland other than IFD.
You could just search for inputs and cell in the source.
Hey, try
right?
disabling IFD because it's just a guess, right?
Okay.
Try like do the Nix eval. We had the Nix eval command, right?
Yeah.
And
no import from derivation.
Sure.
Is that it?
Maybe.
Oh no. Maybe Nix.
Allow import from derivation equals.
Allow import from derivation equals false.
Or maybe no allow import from derivation. I don't remember. I'm sure you can find out.
Yeah. It works. But I don't know if it's a valid argument. Oh, it should complain, right? If it's not valid.
Yeah. I'm astonished, perplexed, and amazed.
Yeah, it's still. No harm in just checking in the source also once. Just wanted.
Does Nix have some feature that I don't know that injects stuff into the global scope? What?
Cells.
Check augmented cells inputs.
Required.
Search for the word augmented. I saw. It's the file name though.
Oh, it's a file name. Okay.
Look at the snapshot.
Snapshot.
Look at the format. Oh, whatever. Look at the what is that? It's an expression. Inputs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's.
I promise you, this has nothing to do with the Nix packages module system. It has to be lower level than that.
Yeah.
Ask an LLM whether Nix has some yes, ask it, but does Nix have some perhaps undocumented feature that allows well,
Allows.
does Nix have some perhaps undocumented feature? Because maybe it is documented. Some perhaps undocumented feature that allows injecting globals before importing a Nix file, something like that.
Scoped import.
There you go.
Let's look
That's
for
what's
scoped
happening.
import. Oh yeah. Inputs and cell. Yeah, this is new.
Okay. If you're watching, if anyone's watching in the whole wide world, please don't do this. Don't do it. Just no, it's not cleaner. There's a reason I didn't know about this. The reason I don't know about this is that no person alive who ever learned of this ever told anyone else about this. Okay? So now you know, and you have the responsibility to not share this with anyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We can move on.
Yeah.
Thank Thank you for. Okay. Where were we?
This. We go back to the deployment.
Stood documentation.
Hosted documentation. Yes, right. We finished the getting started. Yeah, we just stopped here. Oh no. Yeah.
There, we looked at this. We said, oh, but the ours doesn't have inputs. It's not ours is not a function.
Mm.
Okay. This repository combines the above-mentioned stack components into the ready-to-use standard framework. It adds a curated collection of block types for DevOps use cases. It further dog foods itself and implements utilities in its own cells. Dog fooding only renders in the documentation.
Which is broken.
Yes, it's not deployed anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. Stood grow as a smart importer of your Nix code and is designed to keep boilerplate at bay. In the so-called soil compatibility layer, you can do whatever your heart desires. For example, put flake utils or flake parts patterns here. Or as in the above example, just make your stuff play nicely with the Nix CLI. I see. Okay. The soil compatibility layer is the second argument.
Yeah.
Okay. Tip: clone this repo. Install derenv and inside the repo do derenv allow. First time takes a little longer. Run the TUI by entering std. First time takes a little longer. What can I do with this repository? Documentation is here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the book. Very good walkthrough. Start here. Where's the book? Video series. So much effort. Let's go to the book. The standard book. Welcome to the std book. Book is intended to serve as a companion to the documentation. The primary difference between the two is that this book serves as a walkthrough for configuring a std environment using an example Rust project. At the end of this book, you'll have a completely studized project utilizing all of the main benefits offered by the std framework. So much effort on a bad idea.
Mm.
So let's see the source of the documentation. We don't have it rendered, but we can also build it ourselves.
Yeah.
But let's see whether this markdown is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to stay on GitHub?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can.
I just figured the documentation is just a directory here.
Uh-huh. Where is docs?
Oh, it's MD book, right? Because
Yeah.
I see summary.md. I'm thinking MD book.
Uh-huh.
Let's look at summary.md. Okay. Documentation, introduction, design, tutorials. Okay, let's see what introduction has.
README.
Okay, that's the README. We read that.
Yeah.
Design architecture.
Architecture.
Let's go there. Design architecture. At the time of writing, almost a year of exploratory and freestyle project history has passed. Fortunately, it is not necessary for further understanding, so I'll spare you that. This document, though, lays out the design architecture and direction of standard. The topics discussed herein are due to you. Please take it As an invitation to get involved, this design document shall be stable and amendments go through a proper process of consideration. Standard collection of functionality best. I don't want to hear the architecture.
Yeah.
Do you think this is?
Yeah, I think it's not relevant. We don't need to know this.
Or maybe it's the most relevant thing. Maybe this kind of explains everything else. Maybe this will make everything else obvious.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we can read
I'm just
one.
reluctant. But,
Yeah.
Where were we?
Yeah, overview.
Standard collection functionality and best practices framework to bootstrap and sustain the automatable section of the software development lifecycle efficiently with the power of Nix and Flakes. A particular standard is a horizontal integration framework which integrates vertical tooling. We occasionally adapt concepts from non-technical contexts. This is one instance. Vertical tooling does one thing and it does it well in a narrow scope. Horizontal tooling stitches vertical tooling together to a polished whole. What is being integrated are the end-to-end automatable sections of this software development lifecycle. With these, we curate a collection of functionality, tools, and best practices. An SDLC's efficiency is characterized by two things. Firstly, by adequate lead time, which is the amount of time it takes to set up an initial version of the software delivery pipeline. It needs to be adequate rather than just fast. As it takes place in the context of a team. Rather than for speed, they need optimization for success. For example, a process needs to be documented and explained. Your team needs to be trained on it. Standard encourages incremental adoption in order to leave enough space for these paramount activities. If you're in a hurry and your team is on board, though, you still can jumpstart its adoption. Secondly, efficient SDLCs are characterized by short cycle times, which is the amount of time it takes for us design feature to be shipped to production. Along this journey, we encounter our scope, more on it below. Aspects of the development environment, the packaging pipeline that produces artifacts, and continuous processes integrating the application lifecycle. Hence, the goal of standard is to enable easy and incremental adoption, optimize the critical path that reduces the SDLC's cycle time. Additionally, unlike similar projects, we harness the power of Nix and Flakes to ensure reproducibility. It's almost like Nix is incidental here.
Yeah.
Goals complete. Standard should cover the important use cases for setting up and running the automatable sections of the SDLC. Optimize. Standard should optimize both for the needs of the individual developer and the market success of the product. Oof. Integrated. Standard should provide the user with a satisfying integration experience across a well-curated assortment of tools and functionality. Extensible. Standard should account for the need to seamlessly modify, swap, or extend its functionality when necessary. Please defer to the sales pitch if you need more context. Ideals. While we aim to improve the software development lifecycle by applying Nix and its ecosystem's ingenuity to the problem, we also want to build bridges in order to bring the powers of store-based reproducible packaging to colleagues and friends we need to maneuver around the ecosystem's pitfalls. By the way, I don't think the store is the good part of Nix.
Oh. Why do you think so?
I read NRDXP's latest blog post. I recommend it.
Yeah.
nrd.sh.
Yeah.
The store is the cost, not the value. Use Nix only where it is best suited. A Nix maximalist approach may be an innate condition to some of us, but to build bridges, we deeply recognize and value other perspectives and don't dismiss them as ignorance. Disrupt where disruption is necessary. The Nix ecosystem has a fairly rigid set of principles and norms that we don't think always apply in every use case. Look left, right, above, and beyond. Our end-to-end perspective commands us to actively seek, reach out to other projects in existence to compose our value chain. There's no place for the not invented here syndrome. Sure. Scope. These are big goals and ideals. In the interest of practical advancement, we'll narrow down the scope in this section. We can subdivide, not break up, our process into roughly 3 regions with different shapes and characteristics. Development environment roughly covers code to commit. Packaging pipeline roughly covers commit to distribution. Deployment and beyond roughly covers distribution to next rollout. We delegate a development environment to a trusted project in the broader Nix community, employing community outreach to promote our cause and ensure it is at least not accidentally sabotaged. Dude, what? The deployment and beyond by cultivating outreach and dovetailing with initiatives of, among others, the cloud native ecosystem. And we focus on, I mean, speaking of mushrooms, and we focus on the packaging pipeline, interface and integration with the other two. Architecture. With clarity about standards, general scope and direction, let's proceed to get an overview over its architecture. Yeah, let's do that. Locating standard in the SDLC. Where is the standard located in the big picture? This graphic locates standard across the SDLC and application lifecycle management. But not only that, it also explains how automation in itself is implemented as code, just as the application itself. Therefore, we make a distinction between first order application code, L1, and above that, higher order supporting code as exemplified by L2 and L3. Glossary, L2 and L3 have no clearly defined meaning. They represent what we may observe multiple layers of higher order code when automating. Examples could be bash scripts, configuration data, platform utility code, and more. Written by engineers, written by code. What does that mean? Application code L1, software delivered lifecycle, application lifecycle management, supporting code L2 and L3, process automation, standard. It's confusing.
Yeah.
That L2 and L3 have no clearly defined meaning. Like, why would you make a graph with things that have no clearly defined meaning?
They said there's no clear defined meaning, but then they still define it.
Standards, components, and their value contribution. What is standard made of, and how do its components contribute value? On the left side of the graphic, we show how standard, like an onion, is built in layers. The guy not only had time to make standard, he also had time to write this stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing. Center to standard is divnix paisano. This flake, i.e. Nix library, implements 2 main abstractions, block types and cells. Block types, you mean paisano or?
Yeah, I think.
We'll find out. Block types are not unlike Rust's traits or Golang's interfaces. They are abstract definitions of artifact classes. Those abstract classes implement shared functionality. A few examples of artifact classes in our scope are packages, containers, scripts, and manifests, among others. Examples of shared functionality are a shared implementation of push on containers and a shared implementation of build on packages. Cells in turn organize your code into related units of functionality. Hence, cells are a code organization principle. On top of Paisano's abstractions, standard implements within its scope collection of block types, and a collection of library functionality organized in cells. Okay. On the right side of the graphic, we sketch an idea of how these components are put into service for the SDS. Create, value, components. Do you understand why the words create, value, and components are?
No. It's probably just axis, but why is it on 4 sides?
Okay, on the left, we have a rectangle with standard at the bottom, and then above it is squares. Out external one is cells. Inside there are block types, and inside of them is Paisano. So I suppose block types are declared within Paisano. No, yes, no. I don't know, because Paisano is within block types, so I don't get it yet.
Yeah.
Curated utilities increase productivity. Clean code promotes shared mental models. Nix keeps everything reproducible. Visible upstream and enables community and ecosystem. DevOps type system unlocks deep integration. Friendly front-end CLI tool for colleagues. Software delivery life cycle. In standard, Paisano enables clean and orderly automation code. In standard, its block types implemented DevOps type system. Standard cells. Supply function library for this. Okay. So the left and the right are related. You see the color coded as well.
Yeah.
Paisano has the automation code. Standard wraps that automation code with block types. And those end up in cells.
Yeah.
Paisano code organization. I thought Paisano is about automation code. We already learned about Paisano's two main abstractions, cells and block types. I thought those were in stood. Cells enable and encourage the user to cleanly organize their code into related user functionality. The concrete semantics of code layout are completely at her choosing. Who is her? The user.
Yeah.
For example, she could separate application tiers like front end and back end into their own cells each. Or she could reflect the microservices architecture in the cells. Reflect the microservice, okay. Paisano has a first-class concept of cells. By simply placing a folder in the repository, Paisano will pick it up. In that regard, Paisano is an automated importer that spares the user the need to set up and maintain boilerplate plumbing code. Oh, I disagree. I see a lot of boilerplate plumbing code. The worst part is that the boilerplate plumbing code is dislocated from the thing it attempts to hook up. Within a cell, the user groups artifacts within blocks of an appropriate block type. The user groups, that's the verb.
Yeah.
Within a cell, the user groups artifacts within blocks of an appropriate block type. When configuring standard, she names her blocks using standards block types so that Paisano's importer can pick them up too. By doing that, she also declares the repository's artifact type system to humans and machines. Machines can make great use of that to interact with the artifact type system in multiple ways. Paisano exports structured JSON serializable data about the repository's typed artifacts in its so-called Pisano registry, a CLI or TUI as is bundled with standard, or even a web user interface can consume, represent, and act upon that data. And so can CI. In fact, this is an innovation in the SDLC space. We can devise an implementation of a CI which, by querying Pisano's registry, autonomously discovers all work that needs to be done. In order to demonstrate the value of this proposition, we made a reference implementation for GitHub Actions over at divnix std action. To our knowledge, this is the first and only zero config CI implementation based on the principles of artifact typing and code organization. By using these principles rather than a rigid opinionated structure, it also remains highly flexible and adapts well to the user's references and needs. In summary, all these organization and typing principles enable easy refactoring of your repository's DevOps namespace, intuitive grouping of functionality that encourages well-defined internal boundaries, allowing for keeping your automation code clean and maintainable, making use of block types and the shared library to implement DRY principle, reasoning about the content of your repo through structured data and thereby facilitate interesting user interfaces such as CLI, TUI, or even a UI, as well as services like a close to zero config self-updating CI. Similar organizational principles to help to lower the cost of context switching between different projects. Sure. Standards, block types, DevOps type system. As mentioned above, standard exploits the block type abstraction to provide artifact types for the SDLC. Within the semantics of each block type, we implement shared functionality. This is designed to offer the user an optimized, audited implementation, alleviates the burden of devising yet another local implementation of otherwise well understood generic functionality, such as building of a package or pushing of a container image. Standard sells function library. Alongside the packaging pipeline, Standard provides a curated assortment of library functions and integrations that users can adopt. While optional, an audited and community-maintained function library and its corresponding documentation fulfills the promise of productivity, shared mental models, and ease of adoption. Modularity and virality model. We aim to provide a public registry in which we index and aggregate additional block types and cells from the standard user community that are not maintained in tree. To boost its value, aggregate documentation will be part of that registry. We need to decide on how to deeply integrate documentation concerns such as structural doc strings and adjacent readmes into the framework. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I thought this was the architecture, not sales pitch.
It's a bit of a mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's more of design goals.
Mm.
But yeah, but sales pitch. Yeah. I think I'm sold on the intentions, right?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Just need to be replaced with something better. Oh, there is a sales pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read the sales pitch.
Pitch.mb.
Value matrix. This section will explain how Standard intends to create value for different stakeholders. It is essential to have an idea of who they are, so let's introduce a software sponsor, makes resources available in turn for the expectation of future benefits. Wow. Provider of automation sets up and maintains the automation along the SDLC. A helpful analogy would be the person who sets up and maintains the conveyor belt, which moves features to production. The consumer of automation consumes and co-maintains the automation along the SDLC. A helpful analogy would be that this person not only uses and configures our conveyor belt, but is also capable of occasionally maintaining it. It's essential to have an understanding of what they value. So let's try to get an overview. We'll make use of high-level value matrix with simple sentiment scores. Absolutely love it. Feels pretty good. Whatever. Oh, this is great. This is great. Software sponsor, providers, principal, agent, consumer, SDLC, productivity, code organization, mental model learning, batteries included, community. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so this is for you and your team. If you care about reproducibility for more reliability throughout your software development, value clean code, have a deadline to make help, want to serve and optimize your colleagues. Selling points.
Yeah.
Efficiency, reproducibility, speed, flexibility, cost-effective integration, community outreach. I'm on board. I mean, I don't really can't argue with this. What's the next chapter?
Comparisons.
Okay. Let's peek. Let's peek. Going to standard to X. Flake utils. Well, flake utils is tiny. Doesn't compare. Flake parts is also small compared to this. But it's interesting to like see their take on flake parts. Is a component aggregator with a focus on a flake schema that's built into Unix CLI tooling that makes use of Unix's module system composability and aggregation. Paisano in turn is an importer with a focus on code organization. And it still plugs well into a flake Unix file, but all preserves its index function by keeping it clean. While you can use it to match the schema that Unix CLI expects, it also enables more flexibility as it is not specially optimized for any particular use case. To a lesser extent, Paisano is also a component aggregator for your flake outputs. However, in that role, it gives you back the freedom to use the output schema that best fits your problem domain. The core tenet of flake parts is domain-specific interface for each use case. Not sure what it means. Flake parts implements and aggregates these interfaces based on the Unix's module system. Paisano in turn focuses on code organization along high-level code boundaries connected by generic interfaces. The core tenet of Paisano remains Nix's original functional style. Convergence towards the flake output schema is provided via the harvester family of utility functions, winnow, harvest, and pick. What's the word winnow mean?
I think it's some farming term.
Is that something to do with filtering? To blow through grain in order to remove its outer covering. I know that.
Yeah. Most of the things are like farm, agriculture related stuff in this project.
Depending on the domain schema, it can be a lossy convergence, though, due to the lesser expertise. Okay. Dev shell. Well, a comparison missing here is devenv. And ironically, that's the one that David mentioned.
Yeah.
As a successor too. But now I like also understand that devenv is not does not appear to be as ambitious as this, and as principled as this. Right? This.
Yeah.
It's quite ambitious. Okay. What else do we have?
I think one last section, roadmap, but yeah.
Maybe we can look at this for a moment. The freestyle history of the project was productive during the alpha stage, but as the code stabilizes, so too must our processes. This map gives an overview of the short and midterm directions that the project aims to make deliverable. Categories, identify, understand, process categories are run automation. They have to set it up first. We should keep in mind working on the background. Therefore, classify setup automation for setup besides function libraries. yada yada, such as documentation, process regions. I don't see a roadmap yet. Milestone V1. With the above in mind, the issue backlog will be regularly groomed and prioritized. It's an aid for the core contributors, but okay. Cool. So I think this is a good introduction. Like we really understand the intentions behind STID, right?
Yeah.
Good documentation so far. Suspiciously too good.
Yes, I agree.
Next, we can read the practical parts of how the details. These. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we should be able to, add our manual testing thing.
Right. Sounds good.
Cool. Also that scoped import discovery.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow. Scoped import. No, see what's happening now is that I'm thinking how I can use it. You know what? Can you see whether you can find any usage of it in Nix packages?
I think I have. It's I'm not logged in here, right? But let me just go to Nix packages. Nix packages. I mean, not on the latest, but scoped import. Was it scoped import?
Yep.
Yeah. No usage.
Wow.
At least I can just see if there was anything added recently. Master.
Here's what you do. Type in git log big S flag scoped import. This is diff searching.
Oh.
Might take an hour. But the fact that it's taking a long time means that it's not finding any.
Yeah.
It's like no one ever thought that this is a good idea.
And also, you wouldn't want to scope in Nix packages, right? Do you have any use case for?
What's the use case? Confusing your enemies.
Yeah.
An interesting YouTube video.
Scoped import.
Nothing burger. Okay. Good work, Shivraj.
Yeah.
I'll see you next time. Let me stop this.